This time on Marooned, I'm heading into bandit country.
This is somewhere that is legendary for drugs trafficking.
This is the Golden Triangle in Thailand, a place of extremes.
Travels around, John. Unbelievable.
Home to blood-sucking creatures.
Really is Leech City today.
Right, you're gonna die now.
And one of the toughest places I've ever been.
My feet are now extraordinarily sore.
This one's going to hurt. I'm Ed Stafford. I've walked the length of the Amazon and survived on a desert island with only a camera to film my adventure. Now, I've set myself a new challenge, to prove I can make it in some of the world's toughest environments.
Oh my God.
Using only what I find around me.
Well, you had a kidney and a bit of liver.
I'll be left completely alone for 10 days with nothing.
Words cannot describe how I feel right now.
No film crew, no food, no water.
Sun is directly overhead, it's boiling hot.
Not even a knife.
Right, come on, Ed, go move on.
This time, it's about more than survival. I want to see if I can thrive.
Yes.
Anywhere.
This is my ride. Helicopter coming in.
I'm in northern Thailand, in a remote region called the Golden Triangle. This area was once center of the opium trade, and it's said to be one of the most lawless places in the world. Even today, there could be smugglers in the forests. And that's not all. Poisonous snakes with hemotoxic venom, wild pigs roaming free, and a painful number of creatures out to get me. From here on, I've got nothing to help me. No knife, no matches, not even clothes.
Take it again. Take it again. Oh boy. And the motor fades away. I wish I could do justice to the feeling when you get dropped off in a remote environment, completely alone. I don't think I will ever be able to fully explain quite how overwhelming that is. First thing I need to do is set myself up filming-wise. I've got a bag full of camera recording equipment. I've got to set up my second camera, plug in the microphone, and then I'll be up and running. This program is all about honesty. I'm out here on my own. There is no camera crew to step in. I have an emergency satellite phone. I have an emergency medical kit. But clearly, I'm in an environment that I've never been to before. The immediate survival priorities are water, shelter, fire, food.
Water is always top of the list, but where to find it? I know the mountain in the distance is called Chang Dao, but that's where my local knowledge ends. I can see valleys radiating out from the peak I'm on. The question is, which one offers the best chance of water?
The problem is, ground drops down this side, ground drops down to that side, ground drops down towards the mountain.
To avoid getting lost, I'll search a little way down each valley. If there's no water, I'll come back, then try the next valley round.
I'm just going to leave my bag at the base of that tree there and drop down and try and find some water. My gut instinct, which is never a bad thing to rely on, is saying, go down that way.
I'm heading towards Chang Dao Mountain. As I descend, I find a worrying scene.
At some point, a fire has come through here. The earth is very scorched. This place is dry, and fires can just sweep through the mountain. This tree in front of me looks like it's been struck by lightning, which is probably the cause of a lot of these fires out here. 100%. That's a lightning strike. Keep going.
Getting caught by a forest fire is a real worry. With no shoes, I can't run, and escape might be impossible.
Keep going down. Water. Water. My mouth is starting to already get very dry. I have to admit, I expected to find water earlier.
I've been descending for an hour, and I'm getting concerned.
Maybe this wasn't the right direction to come. There's some very thin bamboo. Bamboo would definitely help me with construction.
And bamboo isn't the only useful resource I can see.
Haha! Right, that there, in the very big distance, as you drop down, are banana leaves. And banana leaves, for me, are a very good sign.
Banana plants mean food, fluid, and clothes.
Standing at the base of these wonderful banana trees, Oh, there. There's a clump of what looks like black bananas. Ow! Quite a lot of spiky things around.
I've got nothing to help me get to those bananas, apart from brute force. Luckily, banana plant stems are soft. And I know locals use the pulp inside the stem as a water source.
Ah, you can see the moisture content in that. Huh? Calm yourself, Stafford. It's only fluid. But that is gorgeous. It worked. That is a whole load of bananas. Uh-oh. Crunch is never actually a sound that you want to hear when you're getting into a banana. That is disgusting. How is it possible for a banana to be full of stones? That's not edible.
Young wild bananas are okay to eat. Maybe these ones are too old.
A bit gutting, actually. As much as I make light of it. A bit gutting. I don't know whether you could hear that, but that was the distant rumble of thunder. Never that reassuring a sound. When you haven't got a shelter. It's thunder, and the wind's picked up. That has just suddenly upped the ante massively. A big storm on night one, and I am exposed.
It's a long hike back up to my kit, so I won't get a shelter made before dark. But this banana bark will make good clothing.
It's actually quite good. It's coming off in big, long chunks.
This will keep me warmer than if I was naked. Temperatures at night can fall below 15 degrees Celsius.
Got myself a banana tunic. That's a really good covering. Okay.
I still haven't found water, so I'm taking some banana stem as a fluid supply and heading back to my camera kit. I've got nothing and no one to help me, so I've got to find somewhere protected to ride out the coming storm.
The sky is a scary colour. I need to get up and out of here. Trying to remember my way back up the hill. With thunder going up around me like fireworks. I'm sure it was this spur. You can see the lightning tree. Thank God. The wind now is strong. Bloody hell. Keep going. The thunder keeps on threatening. Daylight is beginning to become an issue.
It's an hour or two from sunset, and I'm running out of time to build a shelter.
Come on. Breaking out of the trees now. Ow. And there's my kit. I'd be foolish if I didn't think I was going to get hit by quite a big storm.
I'm going to quickly rehydrate from my banana stem, then work out where to spend the night.
It is now raining. It certainly is now raining. Bloody hell. That tree just made a distinct crack as if it was about to fall.
It's too exposed up here, and there are no materials to build even a basic shelter. I need somewhere more protected. I'm heading a little way back down the hill, where I saw some cover earlier.
This is about as thick as the forest gets here. This little patch of ground is where I'm going to sleep tonight. There's lots of leaves. I'm just going to bury myself in the leaves.
A layer of leaves will trap air and help to insulate me. Plus, it's quick. But I'm 1,500 meters up and cold. If it rains, I'm at serious risk of exposure. All I can do is tough it out.
I really hope it doesn't rain. I feel vulnerable, I have to admit. Not having a roof above my head, I do not like. Tomorrow, downhill, find water, make a camp, build a shelter. Right now, I feel vulnerable. I don't like it.
I'm Ed Stafford. I've just spent my first night in the Golden Triangle in Thailand.
Good morning. It's day 2. It didn't rain, but that was cold. That was very cold.
I haven't eaten properly for 24 hours, and I'm very hungry. Now, I've got to take whatever I can get. Round here, that means insects.
Cicada. Cicada. Spit the wings out. Breakfast of champions. Like everything with a big abdomen. It tastes creamy. Aim for the day. Water and shelter.
Yesterday's valley was dry. Today, I'm heading a different way to search for water in the next valley round. This time, I'm taking my camera kit. There's no way I'm coming back to this exposed hillside for a second cold night.
The camera equipment is not light. It's now much steeper. Much steeper.
I'm looking around for anything useful. This valley's greener than yesterday's. I hope that means water could be near. There are certainly more plants and potential food.
I've just spotted some Indian gooseberries. A bit tart. Oh, but refreshing. No warning, no trickle. A silent little stream. Look at that, and it's flowing. That's gorgeous. I'm just gonna follow this stream downhill until I find an area which is open enough to use as a campsite. This is lush. This is wet and moist and green. Ah, yes. Space for camp. This is perfect. It's a big, expansive flat area. Pack off. Hindsight, of course, is telling me, why didn't I come down this way yesterday? This is great. This is better than I could have imagined. Got myself a campsite. And water. Thank goodness.
But it's not all good news.
I am just covered in these sweat beads. There's also ants all over my feet. There's one. Two fat boy leeches.
Leeches are unpleasant and weird creatures. They bite into flesh and suck the blood of their hosts.
8 or 9 leeches. It's only just gone breakfast time.
Now I've found my campsite, I can build a shelter. The only tool I need is a knife. After a lot of searching, I found a small piece of slate-like rock in the stream.
And that really is a fairly good blade. That I like. Ha! Got myself a knife.
I'm gonna build the framework of my shelter out of one of nature's most versatile materials, bamboo.
That is exactly what I've been looking for. This is a gold mine. This is a bamboo gold mine.
Used in the right way, bamboo can be as strong as steel and is a wonder material for making a camp in the jungle. But with only a stone blade, it's difficult to cut.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Bamboo is so tough, it's still used for scaffolding throughout the Far East. 2 hours of sawing and snapping. Finally, I've got enough stems. Now, to drag them back to camp. It's only half a kilometre, but going backwards and forwards again and again takes 5 whole hours of hard graft.
My feet are now extraordinarily sore due to distances covered and due to the spikiness underfoot. Look at that. That is almost perfect.
I want to make the most of this amazing material, so I'm going large with my shelter.
It's quite a grand design for a survival situation here, but never mind. Frame's complete. I've got a serious amount of thatching to do as well, so it's a big job. Slightly running on empty now.
My big bamboo shelter is not far off finished. It'll keep me dry for tonight, but it's taken a lot of energy, and I'm in pieces.
It will be worth it. It will be worth it. I really need a drink. Really need a wash as well. Just want to try to get the sweat and salt and grime off my skin as well, because the sweat bees are driving me mad. It gets to me. I've got that layer of grimy scum on my skin. I hate it. I hate it. Plunge in there. Wash all the woes away. That was so good. That was so nice. I'm gonna hit my sack now. I'm exhausted. Absolutely shattered. Oh my goodness me.
Last night, I had my first proper sleep, and with my shelter mostly complete, today I'm turning to my next survival priority.
Let's get a fire going, yeah.
I'm scraping some dry bamboo.
That's lovely soft tinder, and bone dry as well.
This is going to be a fire saw. It's an ideal technique for starting fire in the jungle. All you need is bamboo.
Okay, there's a little hole in there. Tiny, tiny little hole, and that is where the ember is going to come up and through. Smoke, that's good. Okay. Got an ember in. Yes. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Happy days.
Now I've got fire, I fancy a cup of tea. But first, I need to make a bamboo kettle. This type of bamboo has closed chambers inside.
There's a hole in there now.
So it's perfect for holding water.
And I'm gonna go and fill that up from the river.
The water inside stops the bamboo from catching fire, at least for a while. I'm making tea with some ginger root that I found earlier.
A hot cup of tea. And the world is right again.
I've been here 4 days now, and I've still not found any edible bananas. I've gathered enough food just by foraging, but the next stage on the journey towards thriving is to start setting traps. I'm heading to a clearing a little way from my camp. It should be a good area for rodents and birds.
So nice, just emerging out of the trees. Having sun on my face. Oh, that is so nice. There's lots of little rocks all over the floor. I'm just going to make a simple rock-fall trap.
In this type of trap, a rock is held up by a small stick which has been half broken. Bait is attached to a shoot coming out of the stick, and when something tries to take it, the stick snaps completely and the rock falls.
Ow. Found a little cricket hopping around, so I'm going to stick him on the bait. And that is surely tempting. I'd be very surprised if that little bad boy did not provide a mouse for me. That's quite bonkers. It's hailing. That is a hailstone.
The Golden Triangle throws everything it's got at me. I'm Ed Stafford, and I'm 4 days into my mission to survive on my own in the Thai jungle with nothing to help me.
Got a fire, got a shelter.
So far, I've eaten insects and plants, but now I'm craving meat. I saw tadpoles in the pool where I washed earlier, so I'm going to investigate further.
Oh yeah! Ha-ha! In seconds. I got myself a frog for supper.
Hello, mate. Cool. Right. Okay, he's dead now. And then... It's gone. I can't believe that. Right. Next time, I'm not going to be so humane. Oh, massive frog. Thank goodness for that. First one's gone, but he's a big boy. Right, you're going to die now, I'm afraid. It's twitching, but it's dead. Kebabs, he's not running away now.
Quite happy with that. Not a bad first day's hunting. With all these flies around, he's going to go off quickly, so I'm going to just put him over the fire and roast him. He looks pretty done now. Let's go for the legs first. And that one looks pretty good. Wow. Oh, there's proper meat on that. It's cooked to perfection. That's the first proper bit of protein, and it's tasty. Bit of arm. Little front leg. Little claw there. That was good. That was really good.
I'm halfway through my time here, and I'm doing well. But so far, my rodent traps haven't worked. So I want to try something a bit more ambitious. I'm going to make a snare to catch birds.
This sapling here is nice and bendy enough for me to use as the spring lever for my bird trap. Very simple noose.
The sapling is attached to the noose, which is spread around a ring of sticks.
Perfect bait for birds. A worm. The bait is on a little trigger. If that stick is tugged at, toggle will release. And because with this little fence, the bird is forced to put its head over, and it will get its neck caught in the noose as the noose flies upwards.
That was bound to happen, wasn't it?
I'm confident these bird traps are going to work. They will work. They will work. They will work. Back to camp. Back to camp.
I got those traps set in the nick of time. The storm that has been threatening since I arrived 5 days ago has finally come.
I have to make a call in the next minute or so whether to bring the fire inside and under the shelter. Thanks, John, going. I'll have to come in.
Okay, it's coming in.
Absolutely poofing it down now. First bug bonkers is hailing. That is a hailstone. I'm in the tropics. And it's hailing. The hailstones are that big.
These hailstones could do a lot of damage. I'm glad I built such a strong roof.
I tell you what, I'm not moving out of this shelter, that's for sure. I am not moving an inch. A tropical hailstorm. Unbelievable.
Eventually, the hail stops. That was a serious storm, and I'm lucky to be in one piece. It wasn't just hail that was falling.
There's a tree that's just come down. Massive tree that's just split in that wind. This branch came down. Crikey, Riley. That was just like... It's like I was being mortared. It was like I was under attack by the elements. Close call, eh? Really close call.
Sometimes I think somebody's looking after me. Yeah, it's quite cold after that storm. Still a bit of a breeze blowing, but it's dark. And I haven't checked my traps tonight, so I'm going to go and check them. Plus, the adrenaline's pumping anyway, so last thing I want to do is go to sleep right now. It's quite hard to see my way in the dark. Log trap is still set. Log trap number 1. No, nothing. Oh! Oh my God! Let me open this up for the camera. Oh my God. This is mad, I cannot... Look at that! We got supper! We got supper after the storm. Look at that! Is it a mouse or a rat? It's a big old mouse if it's a mouse.
Probably is a mouse head, not a rat. Right, it's cold, right to camp, to cook supper. Look at that bad boy. It's too dark to gut the mouse, really. So it's still got its intestines in it. Most indigenous tribes don't gut the animals that they eat anyway. And I have to admit, though, I am eating around the innards. I'm not going to eat them, but let's burn all the hairs off, first of all. Second slap up dinner in 2 nights. Well, that's nice. That tastes like liver. Could be its lungs, though. I think at the end of the day, you're going to have to crunch through the whole thing, aren't you, Staffs? Otherwise, I'm never going to get all the meat off it. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Tastes good, actually. It's meat at the end of the day. That was a sharp flavour. I think the head is still on the sticks, man. One sec. Let's do that. One rat eaten whole. I get rather hungry on these trips, you know.
Really is Leech City today.
Over the next few days, I settle into life in the jungle, improving camp and pushing the boundaries of bamboo bushcraft. First, I make a water bottle, cutting a section of bamboo that's sealed at both ends.
Not bad. Got myself a relatively neat tube now.
Then, I cut the top off that.
I think I might have to smash this stone again in order to get it sharp enough. Sharper edges now. Ha ha ha! How cool is that?
Finally, I shape the 2 pieces so they fit together perfectly.
So, water bottle complete. This is a large aperture top. It fills nice and quick.
And, encouraged by my success, I build a bamboo power shower.
Pretty cool. Feel like I'm winning. I do feel like I'm winning. Been a good day. Been a good day. Made my water bottle. Made a shower. Had a shower. Nice and refreshed. It's not raining. Things aren't bad really, are they? Things are pretty good.
It's day 8, and I'm comfortable in my jungle camp. But local tribes wouldn't have stayed put like this. They were semi-nomadic, moving around the area to avoid depleting resources in one place.
I think the ultimate test of whether you could really, really survive long-term in the mountains of the Golden Triangle is whether you can be truly nomadic. So I'm going to leave camp tomorrow morning, and I'm going to go nomadic. I'm going to go walkabout and test myself that I really have made it in this environment.
I've already made nearly everything I need to go mobile.
My water bottle, my fire kit, got my cooking pot.
There's just one thing I need before I can go. A stone blade. I napped the edge of the first one so much, now it's too small to use. I need a blade to prepare food and to cut bamboo.
Today I need to find another one of these stones, which are very, very rare. And the best place to find these rocks, these dense rocks, is in the stream. So I'm just going to follow the course of the stream. Chalky, crumbly, no good. Searched the whole of this river by my camp, found nothing.
I've been at this for hours, and all I've come up with is a pile of soft, useless rock. Time for a new approach.
Indigenous people instinctively know where to find things. And it's all too easy to think that's because they're from here and they've spent their whole life growing up here and therefore they would know, wouldn't they? And how can you expect to know the Westerner? But we were all indigenous at one stage, up in here, for 8 days now, sleeping on the floor, living next to this jungle. I'm not emailing, I'm not chatting on the phone, I'm not texting. I am actually in tune with this forest.
It might sound weird, but I'm going to attempt a form of ancient dowsing, trying to use the energy of the forest to find the stone I need. This technique isn't logical, but it's worked in the past when I've been looking for water.
The way this works is you just feeling the pull of whatever it is you want to find. I am being pulled that way strongly. There's an energetic pull. It can actually sway, physically sway your body, not even just an internal feeling of it's this way. It can actually physically pull your body. There's a fork in the path now. That way. 100% that way. Undeniably that way. Okay, I've got the stream in front of me here. How this works, I do not understand. It's in that area of stream. It's in this area here. And you heard that as I dragged it across the rock. Hear that? That's not dull. That is exactly the material I need to make myself another cutting blade. Sorry, I can't even get my words out. I'm utterly blown away by that. That actually worked. That worked.
Not only have I found the type of stone I'm after, but it's huge. Instead of a knife, I'm going to make an axe.
It's an axe, but not as we know it.
It'll speed up shelter building when I'm on the move and make me feel a little more secure out here on my own.
Ed and his caveman axe. Yeah, that would do damage. That really would do damage.
I use everything I've learned here to take jungle living to the next level.
That's utterly extravagant. Thai curry, chicken. Morning. It's day 9, preparing to go mobile. Feel slightly apprehensive because I'm leaving my base and I'm going nomadic.
Before I set off into the unknown, I'm going to check my traps. I need to gather as much food as I can. If I can live like indigenous tribes would have done, by continually moving to new hunting and farming grounds, then it'll be the final proof that I really could survive here long term.
One has gone off and it's got a bird in it. Oh, happy days. We've got one, some sort of wildfowl. Essentially it's a wild chicken, isn't it? Just shows that the longer you wait, the more these traps work. They sort of settle in, they lose the human scent. Just takes a while for traps to work. And these bird traps do work. Ha-ha!
I'll take this wild chicken with me, along with a smouldering log from the fire.
I'm set.
I've cleared the camp, put the fire out, and it's time to go. I'm heading upwards. If I had more time, I'd keep going until I found another resource-rich area. But as tomorrow's my last day, I'll see how far I can get before dark. As I travel, I'm gathering food, just like indigenous tribes would have done.
There's Ginger. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice to see a view. But I'm not in a hurry, man. The kit is heavy.
This is as high as I'm going to get. It's quite exposed, but it looks like it's going to be a calm night.
This has been worth it, hasn't it? You know, to come up here, mobile, with my water bottle, my axe, my cooking pot, my chicken, my food. All good, no red.
I reckon I've got the ingredients for a Thai curry. chicken, wild ginger, Indian gooseberries, and bamboo grass.
One plate chicken. It's a good amount of meat, that, isn't it? I mean, it's scrawny for a chicken, but for one of my meals, that is utterly extravagant. I like that. It's amazing putting real meat in this cooking pot. Thai curry, chicken. I think it's done, and I actually don't dare leave it in the fire any longer because I fear that it's going to burn through. This is a feast. It's so good. The wild ginger just means that it's like proper food. Oh, that's a wing. Absolutely wonderful. The brains always taste so good. And the eyeballs. What an amazing thing to be doing. Eating chicken Thai curry on a hill in the Golden Triangle after 10 days. That was quite wonderful. Just lying here by the fire on the last night thinking I wouldn't trade all the hardship, all the elation, everything that this sort of escapade entails for anything in the world. And I feel like the luckiest man alive. I really do. This time, I really do feel like I have thrived. Absolutely thrived. And loved it. Morning. It's day 10.
It's almost time to go. But in a way, I don't want to leave this place. I feel like I'm in harmony with it now. And it feels good. This is living to the absolute extreme. It's nothing to do with having to prove yourself. It's nothing to do with having to combat anything or beat anything. This is just life in Technicolor. Life in glorious Technicolor. But all too soon, the moment is gone. As the modern world comes flying in.
That is the sound of a helicopter. Time to go home. Time to go home. Put some clothes on, Stephanie. Put some clothes on and go home.
This has been my most successful trip yet. I don't just feel like I've thrived here. I've actually bonded with these hills and valleys, becoming part of the jungle. And I'll remember my time here for as long as I live.